being careful would help.
Hmm. I did.
Hey.
I,
Don't need to be a dick about it, okay?
I,
It's an honest confusion. I mean, we look like a bunch of misfits.
Yeah,
well, no, yes, I mean, no, of course not. Yeah, well, sort of. Uh,
well, I've kind of like push Kronos aside and kind of give him like a look of idiot, and
Completely ignores fear.
yeah, I don't care. I still push him aside and kind of like I stand in front of the guy, kind of like smiling and saying, "I'm terribly sorry, sir. My name is Fia.
uh,
We have shipwrecked, unfortunately, off the coast. We were supposed to arrive in Fisherman's Wharf, I think, in the next few
well,
days."
well, you've made it. This is Fisherman's.
Yes, that's wonderful, but many people died. It would probably be good if sorry, out of character, where did we strand in like north, south from here?
You guys are
West.
on the beach to the southwest.
Southwest. Okay. Yeah, okay. So it would probably be good if you would send a few people southwest. Maybe there's some more survivors. I
Well,
don't.
I thought the guy was crazy, but there was this one man who went through here. He looked like he was possessed by some sort of demon from the abyss. He just ran by here. I don't know.
Sorry, how did this man look like?
Oh, he was a more elderly gentleman.
Shh, 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 shh.
He
Not right now.
he had this look of determination, and but there was like this fire in his eyes, and all of us, the guard station, and that's why we're upset because he scared all of us. I mean, we just ugh. You don't meet
Oh,
very many people like him, and with all the goblins and the kobolds and all the other creatures attacking Fisherman's Wharf lately, and we just couldn't take our chances. You understand? My name's Jermaine.
Pleasure to meet you.
I
Yes.
understand completely.
Yes. So unfortunately, we and the few guards that are left to guard this gate. Well, we're not really guards. We're more conscripts. Um, the Republic took away the army. They sent him off to fight Gorga. Apparently, the war doesn't go well.
So, around this gate, are there like torches or braziers burning or anything like
There's no
that?
it's the afternoon, so it's not. There's no tortures braziering at this point. It's just like this gate. It's just like an arch that goes into
Okay.
and you see on the rooftops of it, there are a couple, probably about 4 or 5 men with like bows that are shaking really hard,
That's really cute.
not really knowing if they could really, actually hit you with an arrow. And there's some other guards on the outside of the fortress. They're just standing there with their weapons, just kind of huddling behind this part of crates or this barrel, or some hiding behind the doors that move into the fort. um, they're obviously scared. Something really freaked them out.
I'm not
So
under my
whoever,
breath. Louder, like, look at them and say, "Stop that! You're gonna hurt someone. Come down. We're not the enemy."
oh, oh,
Moons out to them.
how is he talking like that? How is he talking like that?
I turn around.
Size, bigger
Like that.
voice.
It's scary us. Just stop, please, don't do that again. Just stop talking.
do you guys have no experience of magic? No magic casters here in your town?
Well,
I mean, this
yes,
is
I
a
mean, there's occasional magic caster. We don't really deal with magic. It's more people in the cities, and it's heavily regulated. Well, it's not as regulated here in the Free Marsh as other places, but still, he's not as shaking as much, and he's starting to make sentences a little better. But you can tell he's still not comfortable talking with you guys out in the open. Even though. But yeah. So the man he went into town, but he's gone. He's disappeared. I don't know where he went on to.
Well,
So
if you can be a nice lad and just lead us into town, show us a nice place so we can have a good rest, then we'd make no trouble. And right, guys?
What? Trouble where? I didn't do it.
Yes, the female elf lady.
Hello.
Yes. You look like something's troubling you.
Sorry.
Is anything wrong?
Well, I'm missing a friend of mine, and I had wondered if he's come around here, and I like give him a short description of Tehran, how he looks like. Do you happen has he maybe been around here? Has he come through here? Did you see anybody?
There was an elf matching
Yes.
that description.
Yes.
He seemed to be following the other man. He came in just long enough not to be conspicuous, but he just come in by himself. We were all terrified. We barely caught a glimpse of him, but he was definitely an elf. I do know that.
All right. Sorry, where did they go off to? Are they still in the
Into
town?
town. I mean, you'd have to find them in town.
Okay, and like Thea is just sort of like tunnel visioning at the moment, and like thanks the guard and says, I would like to go into town and have a look if that's permissible. I do not plan to cause you any trouble, sir.
Okay, we could let you in, but we can't let you out. The order of the town master Binge.
I just want to find my friend. I don't plan to go anywhere at the moment.
What is preventing you from letting people out of town?
Well,
It would almost sound like you have imprisoned them.
it's not quite that. There's been raids. There's been terrible raids lately. The town has to defend itself, and things have been plundered, and merchants have been killed along the roads. The town master is trying to protect the populace. Every able-bodied person is being asked to join the guard to help defend the city. It's not dissipated as much as you would hope, but you can get a decent set of equipment.
Well, that sounds like just up my alley. I want some equipment. I feel naked without some heavy armor.
You currently can't buy any type of weaponry or swords inside the town unless you are a member of the guard. It's part of the edict of the watch.
Heck, call me a member of the guard right now.
At this point, I, who have been silent this whole time, step up and just say, "My name is Hadrid Red Eagle. I am the commander of the White Doves of Reginald's Dilemma. I am a member of your guard."
Ooh.
Okay.
No, your commander.
Is that a persuasion or a deception?
That's the truth.
Yeah, military.
You have to persuade them. Or do you have an insignia?
Well,
I do not have an insignia.
I respect your authority, sir, but you're an officer in the army of the Republic. This is a town matter. The town marshal has taken over the town for our safety, of course.
What about the other two who already walked through and left?
They haven't left. They went in. They won't come out.
Oh,
Fia's getting impatient.
Yeah.
It's like she wants to go.
Yeah, well, I don't mind helping the town, but I'm not joining any guard.
Well, okay. I mean, you won't be told you have to join, but you can't buy or sell any equipment in town. It won't let you.
How about you simply direct us towards who we should discuss with this opportunity, and we shall decide once the situation finally rises.
Are you a necromancer?
Are you the drunk of this village? Do I appear to be a necromancer to you?
You talk weird.
Listen.
You talk like you're a necromancer.
He hasn't had some water in a couple days.
Is he waving the spear towards me?
He's not pointing it at you, but he's shaking his arm.
He's kind of hugging it.
Cronus
He's
just
hugging.
Cronus just smiles at this. It's very unnerving. He looks a little unnerving. He smiles at this guy. And how many necromancers do you know?
Well, none, but
Then how would you be capable of making a claim that I sound and speak like one, if you have never met one?
because they've been tales out of the west. They're some sort of strange cult. They do.
I
some stuff.
assure you, I come from the far north and am no member of this ridiculous cult of yours.
Far north. Oh, okay. He looks.
I would
Well,
assume even one such as you would have heard of the Confederacy.
I know where. I heard people come from there.
I'll just, while he's babbling, I'll just reach over, pat him on the head. Now, calm down and tell us where we should go, and we shall be on our way.
Right. Yes. If you would like to go into the town, it's open to you, but you just can't leave. It's simple as that. If you would like to join the town guard, you would have to go and speak to the to Captain Stone in the town in the town offices.
Sorry, who was that? I didn't.
Captain Stone. Captain Stone.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought you were saying stone.
No, not Stone. Stone. Sone. Captain Stone, he'll be able to direct you to someone who will take care of you. But other than that, you can't buy or sell anything in town. They won't let you.
Yes, you already mentioned that. No, then Crisis
Right.
looks at the rest of the group. Shall
Alright,
we then?
Stop terrorizing this poor fellow.
alright. Well, on your way then. Goodbye.
Come on.
He runs
Bye-bye.
toward the fort.
Yeah, Fia just as soon as she has the information, she just darts off towards the town.
While we're heading there,
Hey, don't
I'm
go alone.
I'm ignoring you guys. I just go. I want to find Tivan.
Cronus will keep up to Fia, but while they're walking, he'll just look at Fia. It is interesting that this friend of yours would abandon you alone and unconscious on the beach. It was most likely his tracks we followed here.
And
He
what do you
wouldn't.
think we did? We didn't even stay to look for other survivors.
Yes, but it would be apparent that the elven friend of his lived near us. He would not have needed to look for us.
Fia just
I
like
don't know, man.
shrugs.
We all were 3 groups separated. He might have just landed alone.
Yeah, Fritz shrugs and says, Tivan would not leave me alone if we had stranded right next to each other. I'm pretty sure that's not his tracks we followed.
Perhaps.
Even if we did, he would have had his reasons, and I just want to go find him.
Connor's just shaping up to be a terrible person.
He already is.
Shaping up.
He's already.
Shaping up.
And there was a
Since the second you open your mouth, we
Yeah.
knew Cronus was a terrible person.
Yeah. That voice.
So,
Yeah.
let's all go to the same direction because that's a good place to be.
Yeah,
I
go into town.
suppose.
Okay. Is everybody going?
Teft would actually hold back and just talk to the guard. Out of curiosity, how much money do you guys make?
No.
Oh, well, enough. But don't tell Captain so that. But we make a good bit. I think they pay us about 50 gold a week.
Not bad.
Yes, it's not a bad living, I guess. But
When I hear that, I think, I say to myself, maybe I will join the guard.
Did I hear correctly? 50 gold a week. Holy fuck, these guys are rich.
we're not really sure how they can afford it. But at the same time, if they don't, so many
Sorry,
people
that
die.
was just me. That was just me, OOC, wondering.
Some
Sorry.
people die. You don't understand. There's a lot of risk. It's hard to convince people to join the guard. Lots of people have died. The Republic's armies have abandoned us to fend for ourselves.
With some training, you guys could do better.
Well, yes, but, I mean, they don't bother to train us that much. They just kind of send us out there.
It's
Sorry, I
like,
had to take a phone call. What happened?
Hey, they're talking. He's talking to the
Teft
guard.
is
We're still
talking to the
talking.
guard, and he learned that the guards earn 50 gold per week, which is insane.
Well, I mean, if they're dying left and right, they have to make
There's
the
a
pay
lot
worth
of.
it.
You can tell on the guard's face that he even though he's paid okay a lot. You're like, that's a lot of gold. You can tell that he still doesn't think it's enough.
I'll thank him for his time and chase after everybody else who already walked off.
Okay, as soon as you get nearby, say, "Hey, Teft, what took you so long?"
I wanted to beat him at rock paper scissors.
Classic Teft.
Okay. So, what you guys doing?
Going into town?
I mean,
Walk into the town?
yes.
Okay.
yeah.
Most likely.
So you guys walk through the arch of the fort. The guards look at you through the on their peripherals, but they make no motion to go towards you. They are kind of frozen on the end. You walk into town. You can see that it's a nice sized town. In front of you, the gate leads to the road leads into a town, the stockade, and it's open. I mean, it's not like it's closed. And off to your east, you see that there is indeed a harbor of some sort where ships and fishing boats come in, trading vessels. It's definitely not a military port. And you walk into town, and as you walk into town, you notice that the people there, you can tell that they have had a better life at another point in time because it just looks rough, and you can tell that there's been hard times. There are guards. A lot of guards that walk around, but these guards don't look like they don't look like they're some of them more than children, carrying makeshift ordinary weapons, better than the plank that you have or twig you have in your inventory, but they're just ordinary weapons. They're walking around. You see people look at you as you walk into town, especially paying attention to the large dragonborn. That people really kind of duck back into their shops and houses as we walk by. And as you approach the middle of town, you see there is a large set of gallows that adorn the square. And Hadrid, for being a commander in the army of the Free Marshes, that it is illegal for citizens of the Free Marshes to be hanged, publicly executed.
What the hell happened while I was out?
Is
Gone
there?
for what, 3 years, and this is what it comes down to?
Hmm.
My own people disgust me now.
There are no bodies up there, but there is definitely a set of gallows that you can tell is used as an
Yikes.
intimidation check.
city sure looks grim.
Is there like a guard around here, or?
There are several guards that walk around. They're not menacing or anything. They're just normal.
No, I just wanna
guards.
go. I just wanna go up to the closest guard and talk to him.
Okay. Yeah, you walk up to the guard. Yes.
Yeah.
Can I help you?
Excuse me, sir. I'm looking for someone, a friend of mine. He's an elven man. Give him give him the description of Tivan, and I'm also mentioning the elderly man that you mentioned earlier. Will, have you seen these two people around by any chance?
Look, lady. I see lots of people walk through this town.
I guess it's a no.
Now I don't see many like her. He points to the very large dragonborn in your party. We don't get dragonborn every day. Certainly
Yeah.
not white chromatic ones.
Well, she's peaceful, I think. So don't worry. Anyhow, you sure you haven't seen the people I mentioned? I kind of look at him.
I might not have. There's lots of people in town.
And I kind of
Lot.
kind of look at him and I go, you know, I'm a young lady in distress. You can't possibly ask of me to pay you for information. I've just shipwrecked.
Hey! Bribing the town guard is a crime.
I know.
Okay, look.
And I've kind of like,
so many people who are in desperate situations that have big, huge problems. They come up to me wanting me to solve all those problems, and we just simply can't. We're barely keeping this town defended as it is. So I'm sorry about your friend, but I'm sorry I can't help you. He walks off.
No, wait. Can you point me to the direction of Captain Stone?
so no.
Yeah, Captain Stone. He's in the Townmaster's building right over there.
Thanks.
Are the gallows right in front of the building?
Yes. In the square, there's a square, and in the square there's gallows that's in front of a older building that's very sterling construction, wood, cedar pillars on it, and it leads into what appears to be the seat of government for the city or the town. Yeah, Tess, you notice that normally you would be the person that sticks out like a sore thumb, and Elf looks like an orc. But since Rennie's there,
This is great.
the dragon.
So nobody cares about the panther.
Our group sticks up pretty well. We have
I mean,
white
like,
dragonborn, an orc, a panther, an albino human, a half elf, a naive cleric,
And the tiny halfling.
Tiny halfling.
So
But people don't notice him, so.
Oh, it's not that they don't notice him. It's that they pass. Their eyes see you. They widen. They see the next thing. They widen. They look at Rennie and they really get wide. It's almost like they can't focus on you because of the large dragonborn.
Hey, Thea.
Yeah.
Oh wait, did you present yourself?
I did not, but well, I would have at some
I think
point.
Thea was one of the few who actually introduced herself.
Yeah, I earlier when we talked to the guard whose name I already forgot, I did say Jermaine. I did say that my name was Thea.
Okay, so John's like, hey, Thea, maybe
Hi.
Mr. Captain Stone can help you out.
Thea kind of like sighs and goes, well, you may be right. Shall we go and see Captain Stone then? And she kind of like, you can see that she really kind of doesn't want to. She'd rather keep walking around and asking people, but she seems a little bit clueless and a little bit in panic.
Yeah, there's several groups of people that walk by. You can tell a few of them look at the gallows and then their face gets really angry. And then a few of them look at your party and there's a few stairs, a few whispers, sort of thing that you would expect being in a group that sticks out like a sore thumb.
Just stares back if someone's looking at them.
Yeah, you stare back, they kind of shift their eyes and continue on their way.
Fia smiles and nods.
Smirk as this is slight smirks every time someone turns away.
If someone stares, John kind of waves.
Nobody waves back, they just kind of continue on their way.
Can I stop one of the people who are looking at the gallows and just
Sure.
ask them, when did they put this up?
And you stop a young lady, and she looks at you, goes, "Don't talk about that out in the open. Just don't know. No, don't talk about it. Just act like it's not there." And she walks off.
Do the bodies happen to have like a sign? Like these guys?
Oh, there's no
traitors?
bodies.
There's no bodies right now. It's just
Oh, okay.
gallows.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a
Yeah.
body.
So does it seem like purely for show? Does it look like they've been used before?
The way that these people look at it, you don't think that it. You get the impression. Excuse me. You get the impression that it's been used.
Okay.
It's a touchy subject.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to keep your head in this town, I recommend that we stop talking about it.
I mean, will Fia and Tivan would have traveled most of southern Ele'thias. Would I maybe not specifically in this town, but would I remember that something may have happened as to why they put up gallows?
The last time you were
No.
here, there were no gallows.
Okay.
None.
Well, I don't think I was in Fisherman's Wharf at all before.
Oh,
But...
okay. So you weren't there. You remembering going through the free marshes before. You didn't remember it being this tight and this fear. There's a lot of fear going on.
Okay. So yeah, I get the feeling that something really bad has happened, but nobody wants to talk about it. Okay.
Hadrid,
Shall we
if
go?
you want,
Yeah.
if you're a ranked guy in the army, right?
I was.
Well, maybe you should ask your fellow ranked guy in the army about the gallows.
They're militia, not ranked military.
No, the guy whose captain is probably captain.
Oh,
It's been 20 years since I led anyone into battle, and it didn't go well.
I mean, I bet you're better than this guy if this guy's allowing this type of thing to happen around. Come on.
Fine.
Come on.
We need to go and speak to him anyway.
Yes,
to
let's
figure out
go.
what's going on around here.
Let's go.
Okay, so you guys will go to the town hall.
Yep.
Okay, so you bypass the square with the gallows, and you head in the direction. There's some militia that are standing outside the town hall. You tell them what you're there for, and they nod and let you pass. It's not a big deal. You enter the room, and there is a large desk in the middle, and there is a female half-elf at the desk.
Hi.
And she is busy writing something. You see there is a large office to the front with several flags of the Free Republic of the Marshes draping over them. There is an office over, and then there's 4 offices on each side of the building. There's 4 offices on each side of the building. On the left side, the offices are dark. There's nobody in there. And on the right side, there are offices as well. Those have people in them, and so does the main office in the back. So
Okay.
the young half-elf lady does not look up. She's busy writing.
Excuse me, lady.
She looks up. Yes. How can I help you?
Yeah, we want to speak to Captain Sohn.
I'm sorry, Captain Stone has asked not to be disturbed.
I kind of look back at the people and say, "Come on, help me out here."
Yeah, kind of step up and says, I'm terribly sorry to disturb you. We've been informed that you are looking for people to join the guard, and we've been referred to Captain Zone. So if we could talk to, is it a him or a her? If we could talk to the captain as soon as possible, that would be greatly appreciated.
She looks at you and says, "Well, you don't need to. You don't talk to Captain Stone to join the militia. I mean, everybody sits here, but ultimately you talk to his. You talk to his. To his. Hold on one second. So many people. You talk to his. Basically his lieutenant, whose name is Warrant Officer Wilhigh, and he is stationed in
Who?
what is the makeshift guard barracks on the other side of town.
Sorry, what was his name again?
Warrant
Warrant Officer
Officer
Wilhigh.
Wilhigh.
How do you
Warren
spell that?
Wilhigh. Let me
office.
show you. So,
Yeah, I'm taking notes. Sorry.
no, that's fine.
I'm
Warrant
too.
Officer Wilhigh.
Yes, give me a second.
He will handle any of matters of your joining the guard and your recruitment. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
I have one more question, if you don't mind.
Yes.
Um, we've been informed that an elderly man accompanied by an elven man with intricate green tattoos, wild looking, has arrived not long before us, apparently, and entered town. Do you happen to know anything about them or where they may be?
You would have to ask some of the guardsmen around town. I work in this office, so
Okay.
I wouldn't know.
Fia looks like sad.
Anything else?
I believe. I don't know. And this time I look at the others and go, I believe not.
No,
Okay. Thank
Yep.
you.
Is there a place in here that's somewhat secluded and away from that, like, she can't see?
No, it's a big room. It's a big square room with her desk in the middle and the offices on each side of the room.
What are you planning to do?
I was gonna, well, the guardsman said that he saw Tavan with the mysterious stranger who seemed to have a demonic presence, so I was going to use primeval awareness again. But that requires a full minute of concentration, so
Yeah.
you can't just start magically finding things in the middle of
Hmm.
the
We can always
office.
just find a bench in the middle of town where you can sit down, relax, and do your
I'm
thing.
sorry if you don't have any further business. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave the town center. Thank you.
Yes, I'm sorry to disturb you, and I can like usher everyone out.
Okay, so you guys walk back out into the square.
She is already becoming the mother of the group.
Come on, we can't loiter. Bullshit.
Okay, so we're kind of standing in front of
I'm
the thing.
sorry. Excuse me.
I grab Jean by the scruff of the neck and just drag him out.
She goes back to her writing. All right, you guys all walk out into the courtyard.
Right, I suppose we should go and see Warrant Officer Will I instead.
At least that will allow us to replace some of our equipment before we skip town.
I suppose. Um, as we go towards wherever Wilhai was again, because I've already forgotten. I would probably stop each and every guard I'd see, give them a description of Tivan and the elderly person, and ask them if they'd seen him.
I'm surprised you haven't tried drawing a picture of him yet. And like, have you seen my elf?
I don't have any paper.
And
Have you
nobody's
seen my
really,
pet elf?
nobody's really receptive. Everybody just kind of shrugs or runs the other direction. You know, they're not really into what you're asking.
Fia's getting a little bit frustrated. Where's my friend? But yeah, we just keep going, I suppose.
Okay. So you
He's probably safe. Probably.
I hope so.
What kind of powers does your magical elf friend have? Maybe he's.
Oh, he's a druid.
Oh, maybe he's a cat. Maybe he's a cat right now.
I don't think so.
He probably hit town and went back out into the woods.
Putting you notice several of the guards shake their head and like.
Fia sighs. Ugh.
Yeah, you guys all notice all of a sudden most of the guards around you are just kind of shaking their heads like, yeah. It's really odd.
It's a very. If Cronus was anyone else, it would be a very uncomfortable situation to be wearing nothing but pants.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care about a half-naked, beautiful human right next to me. I just want to find my friend. Okay.
Alright, so you guys make your way to the barracks.
Yes.
Okay. So as you enter the barracks, the guards let you in again, no problem. You see behind this desk, this little gnomish character. He's an older gnome, and he's scribbling something into his brain. One of the soldiers ahead of you walks up. He walks up to him and he goes, "All right, as agreed, your 10 gold pieces for the week." And then he tells him to move on. Get on, go on. I have work to do. And he goes back to scribbling.
Looks like the
He
guard's
seems friendly.
estimate of his it looks like the guard's estimate of his pay wasn't quite enough.
He seems
Yes,
friendly.
yes, come on, I don't have all day.
Oh, does he look to be taller than Pudding?
Yeah,
I was
actually,
gonna say,
the
that's
gnome
not hard to
is-
do.
The gnome looks about 3 feet tall, so yes, he does look taller
Oh
than
man,
Pudding.
a gnome taller than a halfling.
So
Lovely.
what was Pudding again? 2 feet?
2
2 feet 7.
211.
No,
2'11".
211.
211.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you've
Oh.
grown 5 inches.
You've grown 5 inches, yeah.
Let me check. What was it? No, 211.
2'11", okay, so
211, yeah.
2 feet. So yes, the gnome does seem to be taller than Pudding.
Just a tiny little bit.
A little bit, yeah. Well, what can I help you with?
Are you
Warrant Officer Wilhai.
I am indeed. Can I help you?
We're here to enlist. Yes.
He looks at you kind of funny.
Funny.
You are here to sign up for the guard.
Well,
I mean, it's like the best thing that we can do right now. We just kind of shipwrecked, and we entered the city, and we're not allowed to leave. So hey, let's get some money. What's the best way to get money?
I'll just
Join the guard.
Cronus will just try to just shush John and this.
yeah. Fia too.
It would be an honor to assist this settlement in its time of need.
Oh
Besides,
yeah, that too.
besides, if the guard's taking gnomes, I mean, you take anyone.
I kind of I smack Pudding and say I apologize, good sir.
The gnome
He's
gives you the most death stare possible, and you could tell that the gnome probably knows how his way around the blade
yeah.
by
That
his
doesn't-
posture and attitude.
No, I kind of like I kind of bow and apologize and try to calm him down a little
He's
bit.
like, the gnome Wilhai says, "Take it back half
I look at Pudding and
I step
I go,
away from
"Mm."
Pudding like I don't know this guy, but I do know this guy. but I
Pudding, please. We
We have
can't.
hung people in this town for far less. Take it
Oh,
back.
Pudding.
I'm really not going to take it back.
At least we don't have to make a very big circle for their fight ring.
Out of character, Pudding is gonna be the first one to die.
I
Like
am
this.
not going to
No
take
one in
this
this
back.
no one in this group is gonna defend Pudding if they
So
try.
I'll
We're
look
not
at the
even
name.
2
I'll look
hours
at the
in.
name and I'll say,
Already
hmm.
alienated the entire town.
I look at the name and I say, touched a tender spot, did we?
I assure you, good sir, the halfling is no associate of ours, nor does his opinions express rest of ours.
Out of character, Pudding hates gnomes.
Oh, okay.
oh,
This must be a piece of background that we'll have to dive deeper on later.
So, yeah, you said to these. I'll let it go for now. In my
Thank
mind,
God.
you're a halfling. I want you.
Thank God.
And I'll just give him a really insulting.
You want to join the guard? Fine. You can join the guard. Pay is 5 gold pieces a week.
You paid the last guy 10.
He's been here longer.
oh, so it's like a survival promotion. You stay alive for 1 week, you get 5. You stay alive for 2, you get 10. Something like that.
Well,
This
that
is
guy
how
is
it works. Don't interrupt me. You are given 5 gold pieces a week until you are promoted. At such point, we will discuss what you will get.
Are
You
there,
are bound to the guard for 3 months. After 3 months, you are granted the ability to leave Fisherman's Wharf. That is the terms of the agreement. You are to do what you are told, and you are not to ask questions. The
so,
town master does not like questions.
do we get a written contract for this?
He leans forward and goes, You don't believe my word, halfling?
Of
Well,
course
it's
we
not just
do.
that.
There's no need for
And why do you talk like this? It's incredibly annoying.
I
Fia
would just
nods.
like a written contract. Yeah, to keep things all official and so on.
Of course I don't know, cracking again.
Shouldn't be me.
Theft.
I think,
It's not theft.
I think it's Mark. Maybe.
Me?
It's not Mark.
No?
Yeah, I
It's
just
not
muted
me.
myself and it still happens. So.
I likewise
Yeah.
muted myself. It's not me.
It's also not me.
The
It's
quest
Rennie.
for the
It's Sarah's mic.
It's basically off all the time. I mean,
I don't know.
Okay, so-
The moment I muted you, the crackling stopped. So
well, I had already muted myself, so
I have no idea then.
It may just be
First
roll
thing-
20s is stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too.
So,
So, yes. You will have to take my word for it.
Ah, heck. Fine. That's a good word. You look like a wise man that has good words.
I just laugh out loud.
Anywho, he grabs some sheets of paper and writes some stuff onto it and writes your name. Oh,
Are
and
there
by the
any
way,
windows in this room?
everyone needs to put their hands right here for your stamp.
Are there windows in this room?
Not in this room. It's kind of like there are rooms that go off this room. It looks like it was once a house of some sort, but this is kind of like
Okay.
a foyer.
Okay.
He's like Each of you needs to put your hands here for your stand.
My hands.
Yes, your hands.
Rennie puts her hand forward.
The gnome,
Oh, Rennie with the initiative.
the gnome stamps your hand, and you feel like not just pressure, but there's like this slight burning sensation as the stamp goes into your hand, and he lifts up. Next,
God damn it, this guy. Where the fuck does this guy get a gear stamp?
Yeah, Fia puts her left hand forward.
he stamps your hand, same sensation, lifts it.
Jean just shrugs and says, whatever. Puts the hand on the table.
Stamps it and lifts it.
Can I take a look at Rennie's hand and
Yeah, I want to.
sort of like look? Is it just a natural element or is it magical?
Yeah,
It's
I want to
just-
do the same thing.
Yeah.
It appears to be natural. You can't tell that it's like anything other than just a stamp just by looking at it.
Yeah, okay, I put my hand down.
All right. He
At the
stamps your
same
hand.
time, I look straight into his eyes, and my eyes will turn blue and gold.
Don't think
How
I
old-
haven't seen that trick before, Hadley.
You found it out.
DM, a question.
Yes.
How obvious would the casting motions for detect magic be?
I mean, it's just somatic.
Verbal and somatic.
It's
Verbal,
both.
yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to whisper and make some sort of gesture, which I mean, you
Sleight
could.
of hand
I mean,
check.
it would
I mean-
kind of be obvious you were doing something.
I was just wondering because this guy's basically shouting at us, and there's a bunch of people in the room. So would that be you able to use that to cover it?
I'm
I
pretty
could- I
sure
could
the guy's gonna be
distract him.
looking at you.
I could distract him.
But you'd have to know his intentions.
Yeah,
All right.
we'll
I was
get
wondering,
something
would
there.
this be possible to do?
It would be possible. You could try.
It would probably. Let me guess. It would be a stealth check, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not gonna even bother with my checks. -1 to stealth. I'm gonna be rolling zeros.
Anybody else? Stamps. He goes. Anybody else?
Screw it. I'll do it anyway. I'm gonna try to roll for it, but it doesn't. Look at this. You only live once. Well, 15.
Oh!
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, you. Let me see something here real quick.
Luckily, I don't have a disadvantage at the moment.
Yeah, because you
Yeah,
don't
that
wear
was like
any armor.
That was like your lucky roll of the day.
That's the only good roll I will have this session.
Let's see.
Everybody gets one.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
everybody gets one.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to just using this like is arguing with the gnome, with the halfling or something, and I'll just use that as a distraction, casting detect magic. I'm trying to see if the stamp has any magical element to it.
Yeah. You say it and kind of flourish your hand a little bit, like you're scratching your ear or something. And try to hide it like a sneeze, like you're sneezing. You detect that there is some sort of magic involved with this stamp.
Of course.
But you're not sure what.
Sure.
Doesn't the detect magic spell tell you what school of magic it is?
Yeah, it's not a school. It's not so much a spell.
Oh,
That
okay.
makes sense. Yeah.
It's an artifact. Probably.
It's a
Anyway,
magic
I'm
stamp.
stamped.
By the way, would I have noticed that he casted that spell?
You can make a
Make a
perception
perception
check versus 15.
Yeah. Make a perception check.
I really hope the gnome's passive perception
15?
ain't that good.
Does
So
that...
how does this work? Because we're basically rolling against each other.
Yeah. Well, since your
Well, the thing is, I didn't...
disadvantage was a 0, we'll go with hers because hers disadvantage was a 14. That's how we'll do it for that.
Okay.
So since you both got the same one, I mean 15, 15. That's how we'll do it. Okay.
But since Kronos isn't hiding it for Fia, he's.
I mean, he hiding it in general.
Yeah.
He is trying to hide it in general.
I don't trust any of you.
Yeah, no.
So,
Okay.
Yeah, you notice that Kronos has sounds like he's sneezing, but you hear words mixed in with it.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, I'll leave it at that and yeah, see how things go, I guess.
Okay. So has everybody else been stamped?
Teft didn't want to get stamped after hearing the 3 months stuck
No,
here.
no,
I'll
no.
just look at the gnome. Might I inquire what's the purpose of the stamp?
The purpose of the stamp is to show that you're part of the guard.
Gonna try my artistic skill and try and draw it on my
In
hand.
that case, why do you require it enchanted?
Excitement goes. It's part of being in the guard. Now, do you want it or not?
Just take it. We'll sort this out later.
Fine.
Yeah, we can use like dispel magic, say this something about curses. I don't know.
I'll just put Kronos just put his hand forth.
Okay. Stamps your hand, lifts it. Again, there's
Basically because there's no way to progress this story if we don't get stamped.
Yeah, exactly.
Stamped. Okay.
Teft grumbles and then gets stamped.
All right. Each of you are stamped, and he goes, now, and he hands each of you a piece of paper. These are your allowances for whatever basic equipment that you need to perform your task.
Can I hide the fact that I haven't been stamped? Is it possible?
Well, he's gonna check your
hand.
hand.
Ah, crap.
So once you get each of you that has only the people that get stamped. Are you gonna get stamped though? You don't have to.
Well, can't I like reach with my left hand or something, expecting like that my right hand has been stamped?
Well, he did say he's gonna check your hand.
He's gonna check
Yeah, he's gonna you
Fine, I'll get stamped.
stamps you, and then he hands each of you. You're to take this to the blacksmith, who will give you the proper equipment, and then you are to take it to the town merchant, who will provide you with the necessary supplies. All right, be on your way. You'll be paid at the end of the week.
So as I leave,
All right.
I'll
So,
start.
so since we're part of the guard, I kind of like do the salute thing and I say, aye, sir.
Oh god. Can I good seriously. Sir Wilhide, has anybody else come to sign up today apart from us?
Well, if somebody did come outside today, I wouldn't tell you, but no, they didn't.
Can I insight check him?
Sure.
Okay, he's telling the truth.
Oh, he's lying through his teeth.
He's lying through his
You
teeth.
think he's lying?
Okay. Okay. I kind of like look at him and go, you know, I'm looking for someone and I'm pretty sure he may have come through here. Are you sure there hasn't been anybody else?
Nope. Hasn't been anybody else. Now shoot, go on. Go get your supplies. You better be ready tomorrow when your first assignments are given.
Yeah. I get frustrated, but I leave the room and like I'm mutter under my breath so that he can't hear it, like lying piece of shit.
No.
And I walk up next to you and say, I agree completely. We'll get even with him sometime.
As we are leaving, Curtis is going to start to think on something. He's just going to start thinking through possibilities such as grabbing the gear and jumping down the next chance he gets. Does the mark on our hand react in any way? I mean, would
No,
I
not
get
as
any
far
sort
as
of
you know.
reaction?
No, not as far as you
Yeah.
can tell. Smart.
Not until we try and jump the fence.
Yeah. I mean, there was zero way we could progress this story if we didn't get stabbed, so.
Maybe we could, but we progressed very,
You
very
got stabbed. All I know is you got
under-equipped.
stabbed.
Yeah, well,
So.
that's the problem that some people already got stamped, so if someone were just like, no, we're not gonna get stamped, we'll just skip town, we would basically split the party and kill Wolf's game, then he'd kick us out of the game.
Or you would have skipped town and left town. You just don't know. You
Yeah,
voluntarily got stabbed.
as I said, people already got stamped before. Will, shut up and let me talk. I said people got stamped before us, so if rest of us would have just said, no, we're not gonna get stamped and skip town, they would have been party split.
Yeah, it could have ended up that way.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just say, come on, Fia, don't be too upset. We have certainty that your friend is still in town because he can't leave.
Yeah, I kind of like I acknowledge what he says, but I don't answer, and I just shrug and go.
So another question relating to stamp. Does it appear to be like it had the burning sensor? Does it appear to be burned or just ink?
It's just ink, as far as you can tell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, so what do you guys want to do next? You have a sheet of paper that gives you provisions at the merchants and equipment at the blacksmith. So
I want to go to the blacksmith first because I feel naked without some heavy armor.
Same. Might as well get a gear.
Right, so we got like a piece of parchment to go to. Oh dear, Leon, what's the matter? So we can with that thing we can go basically to a merchant and get gear.
yes, basically.
Yeah, blacksmith for gear, merchant for supplies and rations and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, I'd probably just if those two go to the blacksmith, then I'd probably go with them.
Okay. Everybody else going to the blacksmith?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right. So you guys, you walk through town a little bit. Again, you can tell people are still staring at you. There's this whole, but there's also this fascination. But you also curiously notice that a few of the people look out their windows and out the doors, and then they duck behind as if they don't want to be seen looking. It's strange. It's almost like they are trying to get your attention without drawing attention to themselves. And yes, and Thea, you continue to talk with every guard, and they kind of give you the same spiel. A few of them are more sympathetic than others, but the same thing is still. They're like, this town is full of thousands of people. They just don't. They can see a lot of people with that description running through. So.
Okay, so do I notice anyone sort of trying to attract my attention but not?
You could. What I'm trying to say is they're trying to be visible without being visible to others. They're trying to just get enough of your sight and then walk and then go aside. So
Okay.
you can tell somebody's interested in you in the town.
Well, I'm interested in some equipment.
Yeah. So you guys walk up to the blacksmith, and you enter the shop, and inside you hear the clanging of the metal and the hammer. You see a younger human who male, teenager in age, who seems to be tending the shop. He's ordering the metal on the walls and polishing some of the armor and newly made stuff up into the side. he sees you coming in, and he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. We're not allowed, according to the Watch Edict, to sell armors and weapons to strangers.
It's all
I
right.
wave
We're
at him
Uh,
with the back of. I wave at him with the back of my hand, showing
Oh,
yeah,
you're
I pull out the piece of paper thing.
you guys are. Oh, you signed up with the guard.
Yes.
Okay. I'm not the blacksmith. Let me go get her. I'll be right back."
Aw.
And so he runs off into the back. You hear the clanging sound, clang, clang, and then all of a sudden it stops, and the blacksmith emerges from the back. It is not middle age, but on the older side of young,
On the older
elderly
side.
woman, and she kind of walks out from the back, washes her hands on, wipes her hand on a towel that she has nearby, and gives you a curt nod and goes, "You with the watch?
Aye,
Indeed,
we
ma'am.
are.
All right, let's see your papers."
Hand it to her.
Sure.
She takes your papers and looks at them and goes, "Yeah, that seems to be right. All right. My name's Briarwin. I am the blacksmith here in Fisherman's Wharf.
Pleasure
Since
to
you're with the
make your
guard,
acquaintance.
of course. If as a member of the guard, you are entitled to one weapon of your choice. If you are whether you are a melee fighter, swords, or archer, you're also capable of having a piece of armor as well of your choice that fits your character type.
Sorry, what
Nothing,
was
nothing fancy though. However, you can't. We don't have plate mail. Simple armor that we can. Times are not the best here in the Fisherman's
what
Wharf.
was her name again, Will?
A
Briarwin.
Yeah.
Well, I really fancy myself a chainmail guy.
She looks at you and goes, "Chainmail. Let me see what it is that they're allowing the guard to use. It changes day by day according to the supplies that we get. Goblins and kobolds and orcs and all sorts of manners of creatures are ambushing our cargo outside the city walls. It's a mess.
Isn't there any talk of an expedition to take care of the goblins and kobolds by the source?
Oh, we send people out all the time. A lot of them don't come back.
Hmm.
Yes, I think that we can arrange for some crap. I don't have any more chainmail. I do have a suit of ring mail, however. That's as best I could do as far as heavy armor goes. Those of you who want
So wait, ringmail is 14 AC, right?
correct.
It's the shittiest heavy armor you can get.
I'm sorry, that's all we have in these times. I wish in better times
okay.
I would have had much more of a variety, but it's rough lately. If you wanted a medium armor, I do have a little better. I have chain shirts, but and hide if you wanted hide for some reason.
Do you have any leather armors as well? Studded leather?
Yes. We well, I don't have any studded leather.
Of course
one I
not.
gave out. I
No,
really
that was out of character. Sorry. Yeah, that's all right. I'll settle with leather.
But yes. She kind of puts her hands on her head. I'm really limited at the supplies that I have at this point.
That's all right.
It's a miracle I can keep up with arming the guards. I do have some leather armor I can forge you.
Yep.
And all manner of weapons. Weapons are a little easier to get than armor, obviously. So.
Well, do you have a warhammer?
Yes, I can get you a warhammer. Okay, so she goes off and She grabbed. I mean, you could tell that she's prepared to arm whatever guardsman comes into the blacksmith. She carries over a warhammer and hands it to you.
Mm.
There you go.
Thank you, ma'am.
Do you happen to have a rapier by any chance?
Certainly, and she goes over and she pulls a rapier out of a little slot and kind of tests the end of it.
I'll take one
Sharp.
of those while you're over there.
She
Yeah,
pulls
I'll-
another one out, and she hands each of you sword by the handle.
Yay.
Okay.
Oops. I didn't mean to do that.
Leather
Oh.
armor, longbow, for me, please.
And a longbow for you. Yes. She goes back and gets a longbow and kind of pulls the handle a little bit, bowstring back a little bit, tweaks it, makes sure it's nice and taut, hands it to you.
Do I get arrows with it?
Oh, she's like, of course. And she goes and gives you a quiver of about 20 arrows with that. Of course, if you get a bow, I can also give you a dagger as well. I know that you don't want to be without defense in case you run out of arrows. And she hands you a dagger. Anyone else?
Yeah. If everyone else is done, I'll get something.
Okay, what would you like?
I would like a quarterstaff about so tall and a reach up, so it's going to be about three. It's going to be about 3'6" in length.
Oh, okay.
Oh dear.
I think I can handle that. You see her go into the back. She takes one of the larger quarter staffs, and all of a sudden you hear whack,
Whack.
and then a little bit of sanding sound sends off the end, and then she comes back and hands it to you. You have a mini version of a quarter staff.
That's
and
very
two
cute.
daggers if you have them.
I can give you one dagger. That's all. I'm sorry. It's all the watch allows. She hands you a dagger.
Okay.
Well, if I'm allowed to have an additional dagger,
Yes.
yes,
Everyone
then
can-
yeah, I'll
puts
take
a
one.
pile of daggers. She has her sister bring out several daggers and
Yep.
lays them out. Each
Yep.
of you can get a dagger.
Dagger.
Ooh, thank you very
Thank
much.
you very much
You have
indeed.
a very big axe.
If a ring mail
A very
is
big
the
axe.
heaviest armor you can provide,
Would you prefer a great axe or a battle axe?
The biggest one.
Whichever one's
Great
bigger.
X, Great X probably.
I like how you think. And she goes back and she brings out this very large great axe and hands it to you. Should serve you well. It's very finely crafted.
I nod approvingly.
Cronus,
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Cronus has been silent so far, just leaning on the wall. Well, if ring mail is the heaviest you can provide, I'll settle for that, and a great sword if you can provide one.
Of course. And then she brings out a very, very large sword.
Nice.
Hands it to you, and then brings out some ring mail, and lays it down as well. Has everybody gotten a weapon that needs one before we go to armor?
Oh,
Is that?
We're
Well,
accidentally
let's
equipping
this.
our weapons and we're rolling crits by accident.
This is not what we're
that's
supposed to do this now.
That's awesome.
No.
So each of you has gotten a weapon, I think. Everybody got a weapon? Okay. So then she's like, okay, so what kind of armors can I get you?
Leather.
Leather?
so.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Ring mail for me.
Okay, ring mail for you.
Is the
Language
offer of a chain shirt still on the table?
Yes. And she brings out a chain shirt, lays it down. Anybody else need any armor?
No,
Hmm.
No? Not even light armor? Okay.
my arm is.
Alright, so everybody, you guys all put on your armor. There's a small room that for you to try stuff on and stuff. And have your weapons. And it
In the
feels
small-
good to have some sort of equipment again after being basically defenseless.
While I'm in the small room, can I primeval awareness again?
Sure, go ahead.
Aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead.
You don't detect any of those. So, what you're thinking is that the guys at the gate, which thought the guy was demonic,
Turns out,
Could probably be a tiefling, which we've might not have seen.
true.
Well,
They tend to be pretty obvious.
yeah, but
The whole horns and red skin thing.
Meh.
what if they don't know what a tiefling is? They're like, that guy looks demonic.
True.
You didn't notice a lot of tieflings as you walked around town, so could be.
I don't imagine them to be sailor types either, so I probably wouldn't have seen them much myself.
All right, so you have all these things, and now you have all your armor weapons. She's like, that's all I can provide for you. And she looks at Hadrid, though. If you run out of arrows, I can provide some more for you in that regard. You just have to show your quiver when you come in the door. And she goes, that's all. Thank you so much. In better times, I would have sold you better things, but that's all I can do for now.
So we're not allowed
Exactly
to.
how bad have the times been?
Okay.
Oh,
They've been.
I have a question, Lady Briarwyn. Is there?
I am asking a question right now.
Sorry to interrupt.
The times they've been better, and I can't. It's why it's not to. You never know who's going to walk in, but the since the Republic sent the army to the front, it's been difficult to live here. The townmaster sends a lot of our men and women out to die, and with little reward for it. The ones that manage not to die are the ones that stay in the walls, but every day somebody else is sent out. Every day somebody doesn't come back.
Sounds exciting.
I put my hand on her shoulder and I say, I hope to be the one who ends this cycle.
Well, I don't know who you are, but okay. I mean,
You could probably introduce yourself as your rank and see if it means anything to her.
My name is Hadrid Red Eagle. I am the commander of the White Doves.
she thinks a minute, and then her face changes, and she
Ooh.
goes, "The White Doves, near Reginald's Dilemma. You helped out stop the first incursion from Gorgov's armies back about 30 years ago. I was at Sunken Soldier, and she tells you the regiment she was a part of. They talked very well of you. And your
That's
whole
cute.
regiment. It's good to have you here. If anybody could help us, as someone who's faced these kind of challenges before.
Thank you.
Of course. Now, I'm sorry, I have to get back to. I have a project to finish.
Oh, I just have a small question. Is there any Church of the Pantheon in town?
Yes, Brother Joffrey. He runs a church not too far. If you go to the other side of Fisherman's Wharf, you won't be able to miss it. It's somewhat near the docks.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
So
Right.
she goes back into the back to hammering, and the boy leans up and goes, "Are you guys adventurers?"
I like to think of myself as one.
Oh, that is.
I
So
mean,
cool.
I settled out of town with the intention of exploring the world. Does that count?
Yeah, I mean, like, I can't leave here. The townmaster. There's something wrong with him. There's something really wrong with him.
Medically or mentally.
No.
He goes.
That's blunt like that.
He kills people.
No.
He kills
No.
people. He kills lots of people. and then all of a sudden the door opens, and in walks a soldier. This one is not a guardsman. This one is a soldier in full plate armor. Walks in,
No, Leon, not right now.
looks around, starts looking at the things, and you see his eyes widen, and he quickly, the kid eye widen, and quickly shuts up. I have things I have to do. I'm sorry, excuse me. The shoulder just kind of starts looking at the weapons. And he walks past all of you and up to the counter, and yes, I need to speak with the blacks. I need to speak with the blacksmith, if you do not mind. Of course. Right this way, sir. And he walks back into the back.
Does our soldier friend look like he has like an insignia of rank or anything, or is he just
No, but
big
you can
burly
tell
guy?
that he is not a guardsman. You can tell that he is also that they're visibly afraid.
Okay?
Probably
Yeah, that
Martian.
was
Yeah.
what I was looking for.
Yeah,
Does like the guard go into the back room, or does the
he
blacksmith
goes
come
back
in?
into the back with the blacksmith.
Can I try and eavesdrop?
Okay.
Darn, I was gonna do the same thing.
We should totally jump him and take his armor, guys.
Go ahead and give a perception check.
Oh, jeez.
Everyone here is a curious lad, so everyone's trying to eavesdrop.
I would really like to eavesdrop as well.
Cronus isn't even there anymore.
I like how we're just a small mob that wants to all hear. Like, what?
Like, everyone's just like pressed up against the door.
As you guys kind of press up against, you hear a conversation along the lines of, you hear, the townmaster expects that those armors will be ready for his regulars by tomorrow. We have some work that needs to be done. We need that armor done at Briarwind. No excuses. No exceptions. The townmaster does not take kind to people who don't get their work done. And she goes, look, I had a whole group of people come in who are now part of the guard. I had other things I had to do. I couldn't just stop arming the militia. I know you regulars think that you are way above the militia. The militia will help protect this town. I'm not sure what the rest of you do all day. You need to remember your place. Remember what happened to your husband. And he walks out the back door and shuts it.
And we walk out from the front door. Yikes.
I'm gonna leave and start heading towards the merchant. I am so pissed.
Yeah, I'm not happy about this guy.
Okay.
Yeah, me neither. I'm like, ooh.
Actually, I would like, sorry, before I leave, I'd like to just get someone's attention, whether it's a blacksmith by going into the back room or whatever, and ask who that was.
The blacksmith hasn't reemerged. And the boy hasn't either. So everybody's in the back of the shop. So
Hello?
the young guy comes around the corner. Yes.
Who was that? Who was that rude man?
He was Sir Jasson. He's one of the regulars. You don't know, you're new here. You don't know who they are. The regulars.
How is he spelled?
They're the personal guard of the townmaster. They
Why does he need a personal guard?
well, I shouldn't be talking to you. I have to get back to work.
Oh, come on, you can talk to me. I mean, I'm not going to repeat
sorry,
anything.
I really can't. It's too dangerous. I can't. I'm sorry. I gotta go.
I'm
Is
gonna.
there any way I can try and persuade him to carry on? I mean, look at me.
I'm gonna take Puddles pudding away. And just
Sorry, again, what? How was he spelled?
Oh,
Sorry.
oh,
Jason.
Jason.
Just Jason. So he was just like Sir, kind of like Jason,
Sir
the
Jason.
personal guard of the town master.
Mhm.
John's journal says Sir Jason is an asshole.
Great.
yes, you guys, you just need to go. You have stuff you have to get. You're part of the guard. You have to get your provisions.
Yes,
Yeah,
let's go.
Kronos and Fia have already exited the building.
Yeah, they're
As
probably
Adrian
halfway. They're probably halfway there when the rest of the party
Hmm.
finally leaves the blacksmith.
Yeah.
And I'm being unwillingly dragged out by my arm.
I
Cronus,
kind of
come on!
turn. I kind
Cronus
of turn
doesn't
and whisper.
care. He would just gladly burn the whole town if he just got away out of there.
okay, so
In the middle of the way to the merchant, Jean just turns to Hayden and say, "Hey, was the army full of assholes like these in your day?"
didn't used to be.
oh, and
Mm.
Hadrian, you noticed that he didn't have any sort of military insignia on him. Didn't appear to be. He didn't be part. Appeared to be part of the military.
He was probably just a street thug that got picked
Yeah.
up as extra muscle.
With and given him really nice armor. Oh, I want that armor. Okay, so let's go to the merchant. Buy rations.
All right. So you guys walk off, find the merchant. You walk into this. It's an open shop. You see a kind of thin, whiskey-haired man sitting behind some books. Looks like he's looking at his ledger, and his face just tells the whole story. No sales, no profits. Everything seems to be in dire condition at this point. Same story everywhere you go. People in desperate need. Oh yes. I'm sorry.
I'll just walk over and plant the paper under his.
I kind of like stand next to Kronos and show my paper as well. We're here to acquire rations, good sir.
Oh yes. You're with the guard. Oh, good.
Yes.
I was glad. I was hoping I didn't have to chase off somebody else who wanted supplies. We don't have any. I have to hold back for the guard. It's required. Anyway, yes.
It is
As a part of the
interesting.
guard, you obviously will get the following, and as a part of the guard, each of you will get equipment that is commiserate with your background. And
So we get our background equipment, so to
right,
speak.
right. So you get your everything with your backgrounds and
Class.
yeah, your class too. Yes.
So whatever kit you end up picking
Yeah,
up.
whatever that is.
Oh, so I don't have to go to the church for my holy symbol. Good.
Yes. So all that's added to you. He also makes sure that you each have 3 extra days of rations of both food and water.
You mentioned in session 0 that one ration is 1 week, though. Did that
That's true.
change?
That's true.
So do we
That's
have
true.
rations for 3 weeks now?
No.
3 days.
Half a
Yeah.
ration.
Yeah. He gives you. He gives you a ration. Basically, make sure that you have a week's worth of food. So you have whatever you gathered plus what
Yeah, we
he's
have
giving
the
you.
extra 2 days. Worth.
So, so he hands you all that, along with, basic supplies that help you to survive in the wilderness, and whatever it is that you're in your pack.
Yes.
And he says that that's all he can give you. Basically, that the town has been under such austerity measures that there's nothing else he could do. They provide you with the starting equipment, but then you have to pay for it afterwards. So if you need even more stuff afterwards, that's gold that's gonna come out of your paycheck. So you can all write all the stuff that goes down in your pack, and then he says, "Well, in better days, we would have been able to. I would have provided you with the finest things all over the Republic and beyond. But these are not good days. These are not good days at all.
It's interesting indeed how this town runs like a slave camp.
It wasn't always this way. The Republic's armies left. And when they did, goblins attacked, orcs attacked, everything attacked us. Many people died.
And then the town's master took over.
Well, yes, it was to protect us. It was to keep us safe. We had no choice.
I think safety has gone a bit too far.
Cronus just laughs and turns around and walks out of the building. It's obviously this mortal is too stupid to get in.
Also, Fia would have given each of you 1 gold piece, because she found 7 in the wreckage, and she's gonna give 1 to each of you, so
Yay.
1 gold on top of whatever you had.
Alright, Sophia gives you each 1 a gold piece. He goes, well, the townmaster did help us. We were all in chaos. The Republic had abandoned us, left us. And we had no choice. They simply voted overwhelmingly to put him in. There was only 1 opposing
Actually,
vote. And, yeah, we know what happened to him.
What happened?
They were sold into slavery. Sent away. And they took over his house. They made it the barracks.
I get up and walk out.
Yeah, this does not sound.
We had to survive. Desperate times call for desperate measures.
They do indeed, and
you don't understand. So many died. So many were killed. We had no choice. Oh, you shouldn't be talking about the townmaster like that. Bad things happen to people who talk about the townmaster.
What kind of person is the townmaster?
He is our protector. He does what is necessary to keep us safe. He runs the guard. Without him, we would have no defenses. We would be ruled by goblins or orcs or worse.
Hang on, Leon. Yeah, I mean, what kind of guy is he? What's his name?
Cronus is taking him to talk with the dude outside.
I blanked there for a second. What did you say?
I asked, yeah, what's his name?
Yeah, his name, he tells you his name is, oh, I had it written down over here. His name is Egon Borob.
And how do you spell that?
I will paste that for you.
Thank you.
And he,
He's a human, I suppose.
yes, he is an elderly, elderly middle-aged.
Middle-aged.
Almost elderly. Not much, graying hair, a little bit of a wispiness to him.
What? Burp.
Yes,
Burp.
Egon Burb.
Burb.
we're still in the shop with buying equipment, aren't we?
Yes. So,
Well,
well,
I just don't think this.
Hadrid stormed out after
Yeah,
Cronus.
I just don't
Kronos
think.
left. And
I don't
left.
think the shop's going to have anything that my standard equipment would be actually.
Okay.
Yeah. I'd probably follow
Yeah.
Okay.
the others.
Because-
I'm just putting my inventory together at the moment.
Yeah.
My
Cronus is
background. My background just gives me fine clothes, disguise kits, things like that.
Okay. He tells you that he does not at the moment.
Yeah.
All those things. He's like, all those things. The town master appropriated.
Yeah, I imagine that would be the case.
But like our equipment packs, like if it says we get an explorer's pack, we get all of that stuff, I suppose.
Right. Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if we get like,
Also-
I get that. I bet my background gives me a herbalist kit.
Mhm.
Do I get that or?
Yeah.
Okay.
My class, no, my background would give me an additional musical instrument and a costume. Would I get either of that?
Yeah. I mean, like it's part of your class, your background. You get
Yeah.
that. He'd have
You get, like,
common
a
stuff
whistle.
like that. Yeah, he'd have common stuff like that.
Yeah, like a basic like wooden flute or something. It
Yeah,
would probably
yeah.
be
You'd
okay.
have something like that around.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Right.
So I'm just gonna address Hadrid as Hadrid comes out of the shop, obviously annoyed. So I wrote there. Looks over at Hadrid. I do not know of you, Archer, but I find no interest serving this town master.
Neither
Sounds
do
like
I.
a good guy to loot.
Yeah, I'll leave and I'll say things as well. Yeah, but
It would likely be best to skip
But it-
town as possible.
we may be able to get close of him and solve the problem that this town's under.
I just want to find my friend.
Aw.
I'm really distressed that no one has sawn Tevan.
Why should we concern ourselves with the troubles of this town?
I mean, I don't mind helping them if we get compensated.
Yeah, what did everyone else say? I just
Sorry.
everyone talked at the same time. I didn't hear a word. Hadrid just saying something.
We need to help these people.
Yes, we need to help these people. There, I agree with you 100%.
We help them, we get compensated in goodies.
We shall
No,
see.
we help them for the sake of helping them.
We help them because it's the right thing to do.
Yes, that's right. I look at him and I say, we are going to get along like a house on fire. Not just really.
There's no right thing to
So
do.
you've left the
They
shop.
have made their choices and they suffer the consequences.
It doesn't sound as though they had much choice.
They, as the merchant said, they chose to elect the town's master.
And that town master is choosing to hang people, apparently. So, obviously not a good guy.
It was their choice. And are we still noticing there's people who are sort of like trying to get our attention, but
Not at the moment, but I mean, you just walked out of the shop.
yeah, like, as we're moving, like I want to keep an eye for that sort of people when we're moving through town.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
See if I can catch one of those and see what the hell it's about. I think I have as a player, I have a feeling there's some sort of resistance movement going on.
You go find that in the bar. I have a
beer like, where's the resistance in this town? Oh, my rebellion.
The bard gave me a gold. I have money for booze.
Yay.
Okay.
if I see someone trying to sort of peer at me with interest, I would like to use my awakened mind ability and say, meet me at the inn in half an hour.
Okay.
At this point, you don't know which inn. There are several inns inside.
Oh.
of Fisher
Oh, okay.
Wharf. Yes, you gotta know which inn it is.
Right.
Okay. Is everybody
Yeah.
out of the shop?
I suppose we are.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you guys want to head for a tavern?
Tavern sounds like our next stop after
Yeah.
grabbing all our equipment.
All right. All right. So you guys start to walk through town.
I guess we'll stick with a group for now. Perhaps they will stumble into something.
Okay. So you guys start to walk around town. Kronos, you do notice that there are some people that they're no longer being as auspicious about looking out at you, but there are some side glances that you catch because you're paying attention that give you the indication that there are people um, trying, keeping a very close eye on you.
Sort of look, I try to catch an eye of one of those people, and sort of just nod at them slightly, just like acknowledging that they're keeping an eye on.
They do not. They do not acknowledge your nod, but
Yeah, no, I figure this, but just like it's not even very obvious, just a slight.
but you do notice that the back gets a little straighter as they walk off.
Mhm.
Yeah. Mainly, I was just hoping that they're actually intelligent enough that someone's acknowledging that they might try to make a contact and not just lurk around the shadows.
Yeah, that's
So
what I was trying to do with that awakened mind thing. It's just get
So what
get
kind of
hold of
inn are you
someone.
guys looking for? You want a nicer inn? Do you want a seedy inn? What kind
I
of inn
don't
are
think
you
we
looking
can afford a nicer inn.
at?
Well, Fia would probably steer for an inn of like where it's like comfortable, like clean, but not fine or anything. Just like for travelers, an adequate inn for travelers, I
I
suppose.
think something probably more suited for merchants and craftsmen rather than like
Yeah.
nobility or similar.
Okay. So after a while, you do find an inn. It is called the uh, the Jagged
Holy shit!
Hook.
I was muted this whole time.
Okay. Well, that just
I was saying shit and nobody was listening, and I was like, damn.
yeah. It's called the Jagged Hook, and it's down not too far from the docks where a lot of the fish gets brought in. It's not the worst place in town. There are definitely some more seedier establishments right at the docks, but the smell of fish does come in occasionally uh, from that side of
I'm
town.
not bothered.
And so you guys just walk into this establishment. You notice that in front of you, there seems to be a half orc bartender cleaning the bar off. He's being a little gruff with one of the customers over the side. Um, it basically tells him some really awful thing in Orcish. Tells it,
Oh,
and the
this
customer kind of just backs off, then kind of walks past you out the door. There's several other groups of people, just normal. You do notice in the back there are what appears to be guardsmen in the back, but they are dressed a little better and have a little better armor than the other guards. Not like the guy you saw in the shop, but a little better than the
Probably
common
higher
guards.
ranked, I suppose. Yeah.
And they're sitting in the back, kind of just chatting it up a little bit. And the as you walk in, the bar doesn't stop, but they all kind of look at you a little bit, and then go back to their drinking.
I mean,
The
we
or-
have Rinky along.
Yeah,
We
there
have
was
the
this
big
big
ass dragon
gigantic
one.
dragonborn was walking
With a
the
big
door.
ass axe.
Huge axe.
Out of curiosity, Cronus is 6'1" height. How tall is he compared to the rest, like general townsfolk and the other gods?
The people of the town are generally average height, about 5'8" ish.
Okay, so
I'm
Plus or
taller.
minus.
so
Yeah.
he's standing up a little taller than
Yeah. All right. So you guys walk in the door. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna go straight to the bartender and greet him, and again give him a description of Tivan and ask him if he's seen anyone fitting that
So
description.
you walk up to the
Yeah.
bartender and he goes, "Hey, what do you want?"
I'm looking for an elf.
I got all day. What do you want?
Greetings, good sir. I'm looking for someone, and I wish to inquire whether.
You called me good, sir. I am not a good sir.
I believe you are. You run a very fine establishment, do you not?
Get out of my establishment. I don't want to hear any more of that. Good sir. Did you hear that? Yeah, she obviously doesn't know. She obviously doesn't know you, dog. No, she doesn't.
Well,
Unless you want to get unless you want to get something to drink, then I don't have any time. Move on along.
yeah, I
So
just like.
is he behind the bar?
Yeah, he's behind the bar.
How tall is the bar?
Too tall.
The
Dude.
the bar's about about 3.5 feet tall. Just top of your head, over the top of your head. Yeah.
Couple of fingers will sort of reach over the top of the bar and slowly pulling up. He's doing a chin up.
Okay.
And say, do you have any fresh milk?
He looks at you.
This is great.
He goes, "Milk? What kind of establishment do you think I'm running here? And where are you?"
And I'll slowly lower myself down again and the fingers will disappear.
I like this guy. We don't have any milk, but we have some fine dwarven ale.
I
Or
don't
perhaps
drink
you would
dwarven
like
ale.
some fruity drink. That's probably more your that's probably more up your alley.
I just look at Pudding and basically give him a milk. What the hell? Kind of look.
Hey, here, you can't just judge someone for being a milk drinker.
It's the middle of the afternoon.
I
It's
didn't
too
judge anybody for being a milk drinker, but I don't sell milk. You go to the inn for milk. You come here. I don't run an inn. I run a tavern. Tavern serve ale, beer, the hard stuff. Stuff that makes a fisherman forget he was just out on the lake all day.
I'm going to head to the inn.
How much is a dwarven ale?
How is it a dwarven ale? Yeah. Well, I'll take 2 silvers for it.
That's a bit steep.
Okay, I'll take it. And I give him
He
the money.
slides you an ale. There you go. I hope you don't choke on it.
I give the ale a look of determination and I say, "You're going down." And I start chugging it.
All
I
right.
was gonna say Teft would wait to buy his own because he's like, John just bought one. He's not gonna drink it.
All right, John. Constitution check with advantage.
With advantage.
Yes, saving throw with advantage. Sorry.
Wait, with an advantage or with a disadvantage?
No, with advantage. You only have one drink.
Oh!
It's good. It tastes great. You start to feel a little bit of a tingle, but nothing. You're still in control of yourself.
Oof. Now this is a good drink. Man, what have I been missing all this time?
Better than the piss they sell down the street. Am I right? All the other patrons of the bar are laughing.
Great.
And She-Elf, as for your friend, I didn't see anybody like him. But I tell you what, there was one guy that came in. I didn't like him at all, and I'm a half orc. That's hard to do. Okay? I
What?
like everybody.
Who?
I can beat everybody up. That's how it goes. So this guy, he comes in, he just looks possessed. I mean, like something on his face, and he orders a strange drink, something I've only heard a few people order. He takes it, and he immediately walks out. Doesn't even think about it. Just runs off. And
When
then
when
you're
was that?
stopping. Look, there's a. And then he looks up at Dragonborn there. Well, wow, I never thought there'd be something in the tavern that caused me to wet myself. All right, so what can I do for you already? Your Dragonborn, chromatic white Dragonborn.
Beer.
Beer. Right. Yeah. Coming up.
One of
He
few words
grabs,
there.
he taps a beer and he kind of gingerly slides it towards you. You won't like it, but there it is.
Rennie starts drinking.
Right? Constitution save with advantage.
Right. I need to make everybody smart. Here. No. I'm glad it's with advantage.
Oh,
It's fine. You take some of it. It's pretty good, but you've had better. Not phased. So how is it?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, I told you you wouldn't like it. Anyway. But yeah, that guy, scary fellow. Came in, bought the drink, drunk it in one sip, tossed it back on the counter, walked right out.
When
What-
when
what
was that?
he? Was he a human guy? Was he
Yeah, he was human. Yeah, he was definitely human. Middle-aged fellow, by the look
When
of it.
when was that?
Oh, I don't know. I don't keep track of time. Thinks to himself. Hey, when did that strange middle-aged bastard come in? You know, the guy who scared everybody to death. Oh, yeah, that guy. He came in about, I'd say about 2 hours ago. 2 hours ago. Yeah, that sounds about right. 2 hours ago.
Did he say anything, or did he just chuck his stuff and then leave?
He chucked it and leave. That's all. He ordered the drink. He chucked it and he left. I have no idea where he went.
And he was alone.
He was alone, as far as I know.
Okay. Thank you.
So the little fingers come up over the top of the bar. Putting does another chin up and says, "Do you have any fresh rolls?"
I'm a tavern. I don't sell food and milk. Come on.
Lowers
If you want a
himself
drink,
out.
I can get that for you. We don't sell
Turns around to the rest of you and says, I'll see you at the end. And leaves.
Yeah,
You know that guy?
Kronos will actually leave and follow Pudding.
You know him? Strange fellow. Not even...
he's a
Oh,
little
yeah,
bit strange.
He's like that to everyone.
Alright, I'll try not to take offense then. Alright.
Where was this strange guy sitting?
No, he was sitting about, and he points about 5 stools down from the bar. He's sitting about right there. Again, strange guy. I didn't want to have anything to do with him. I gave him his drink, backed off.
Is there anything left around there?
No. He goes and takes a look. Nope.
I just go outside and start asking people.
Well, that was a great drink, but I am feeling tired. I'll go to the inn as well. Bye, guys.
All right. Well, suit yourself. You could have another.
Nah, we don't get paid enough to get too many drinks.
And
What are
off
you, part of the
again.
guard? You're not on duty, I hope. I won't tell anybody about it.
Yeah, we just signed up.
And at the mention of that, you see the other guards at the end of the room suddenly look over your direction. And they
What?
start talking amongst themselves.
Well, we're technically not on duty yet. Our duty begins tomorrow. I'm not there anymore.
No, you're not there anymore.
Yeah, I'm not there anymore.
I just say, we just signed up today. The guy, gnomish guy, says we only start duty tomorrow.
Oh, you must be hard up to have to sign up for the town guard.
I look
Oh
over at
yeah,
the guards.
we just survived the shipwreck. We are down on our luck.
Shipwreck. That's funny. These guys just survived a shipwreck. They're walking around like nothing happened. You get that? Not really. Where are you from?
Oh no, I'll tell you what. We are. I don't know what everyone else is from, but I am
John?
from.
Gene,
Yes.
you're talking too much. I just pull him out.
Oh, whatever. All right.
Is Pudding reacting in any way?
And outside, I just like, come on, Hadrid. It wasn't gonna hurt anybody if we said stuff.
Yes, but there's a whole ship out there that we can go back and loot.
It's destroyed.
I mean, it's probably in the bottom of the deep ocean. Not really, unless you are a very good diver. You're not gonna get any shit back.
That's the name of the bartender, by the way.
Ah.
Lug Dog.
Lug dog.
All right, so everybody follows out of the tavern. Okay.
Does Pudding respond in any way?
Yeah.
Or react?
Kronos is putting or talking with one another.
Yeah, just wondering if Pudding reacts.
I don't think he's there.
Mark,
Yes, sorry.
oh,
Yeah,
there
no,
it is.
I'm just reading it. Yeah.
No problem.
I look at him and I say, maybe.
If you do, perhaps you could be of assistance in examining these stamps of ours. They're clearly magical, and I would like to know to what extent before skip the town.
Well, I don't actually know any spells that detect magic.
Wonderful. You,
Well, but we should probably make sure we can get a room for 8 people in this town before we
I'd
go
assume
setting
we-
up things.
Yeah, I'm not looking for an inn yet. I'm just asking people.
Oh,
I would
okay.
assume we would be able to stay at the barracks.
I'm looking for an inn. I want something to eat and drink.
You walk into the inn, and then the innkeeper looks at you and goes, No, hey, no guards in the inn. No, there's room in the barracks. We don't serve
but-
guards here.
But how does he know I'm a guard?
Because of your equipment.
I'm
You're the only one
we're-
allowed to have equipment like that.
I'm not wearing armor.
Well,
but you have a sword.
I don't have a sword either.
Oh, that's
No.
true.
It's a guy
Alright.
with a stick.
So he goes, yeah, you can walk in. You're fine. Never mind.
I've got a walking stick. I do
Okay,
have
you
a
have a
dagger at
walking
my belt.
Are they trying to throw me out? As like Cronus follows Pudding.
Hey, you! No guards! No guards!
Just look over
Barracks
at him.
across the town.
I just look over at him. I'm no god. I'm simply watching over the little gentleman here.
You have to be a guard, else you wouldn't have that armor.
You assume your blacksmith is the only blacksmith in the land.
I assume that she's the only one who's allowed to give anybody in this town armor. Get out!
Did it cross your mind that it could have retrieved it in some other town?
Get out!
Turn around and walk away.
And then I walk away.
Yeah, what can I help you with?
Because obviously they can't be bluffed. They're immune to deception, so...
Yeah,
What can I help you with? He looks at you putting.
I give him a big smile and say, I would like a big glass of milk with some fresh rolls if you have them.
Flat glass of milk and rolls. Yes, I think I can come up with something like that. It'll be 8 silver pieces. Though.
8 silver pieces.
Mm-hmm.
4 glass of wow, that's very
Milk and
expensive.
rolls. These are hard times. You aren't guards, so I can't just. You don't have provisions automatically given to you by.
I look at him and
town master.
I look at him and I say, do I have stupid written on my forehead? And I turn around and walk away.
No.
Same to you.
Kronos' inclination to help these town people has just gone from 5% to 0. Oh, he will skip town as soon as possible. There's absolutely no reason to help these bastards.
And do any of the people like close to that tavern we've been in talk to me at all?
Several of them, when you ask them, they'll tell you that they've seen all sorts of people matching your description. It's really...
You really don't want me to find him this session, do you?
Well, he's not here.
I mean,
It's not here.
not even the crazy elderly middle-aged guy who has a demonic aura or something.
There's several people who said that they encountered somebody like that a couple times, but again, in this town, there's a lot of fear. There's a lot of people seeing things that aren't there. So
Yeah, you know what? Fia would probably continue to ask every single guard, but I'm just, since I know I'm not supposed to find them this session, I'm just gonna
it's
skip
a big
over it.
town. I mean, it's not a village. It's a big town. It's just
Okay.
It's hard for you. You don't know the exact scope of it. It's a big town. It's hard for you to be able to ensure that you.
Yeah, I guess I was thinking that this town was rather small.
Yeah,
Anyway.
it's not a village. It's not a village. There's tens of thousands of people.
Oh, okay, that changes
like
things.
50,000 people.
That changes things. Okay, I take that back. I'm definitely not asking every single person I encounter. Well, yeah, in that case, we are not allowed to buy anything unless we're guards. So technically, right now we can buy stuff.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
What money?
Guys, why don't we just go to sleep? Aren't we tired as hell?
I don't know
We've been through a
what's the
lot.
time.
I mean, you did survive a shipwreck.
Yeah, what's the time? What's the time?
It's starting to get into early evening at this point.
I'm gonna see if I can find Pudding and Kronos. Where have they gone off to?
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't take too long because you don't want to go too far away from what is familiar to you. You find them relatively easy. They're having a discussion amongst themselves at the moment.
Wait, are they at the inn?
No,
we
they left the
walked
inn.
out.
Yeah, they left the inn.
Okay.
And as you're walking around, Suddenly, somebody walks up to you and goes, "Seek your answers at the church." And he walks off.
What's the who?
Thea. I'm still
Okay.
talking to Thea, yeah. Walks up to Thea, goes, "Seek your answers at the church," and walks off.
I look around and go, okay, what? Okay. Okay. I'll search for the nearest guard and ask him directions for the church.
He looks at you. "Which one? The Ageless one? The Pantheon? The Church of Oshir? The Ashira? That one's not popular right now."
What's the closest one?
To here?
Yeah.
He thinks a minute. Probably the one of the Holy Pantheon. The one. There's a priest there. Somebody named Jeffrey, Johnny, and the guy next to him
Okay.
goes, "Joffrey."
Game of Thrones. No.
Joffrey. Yes, Joffrey. Yes,
Joffrey.
Joffrey.
Oh, the Grand Master of the Blades.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. And I'll just.
More than others.
So yes, and they go, "Oh well, yeah. Right about now, he's probably they're probably finishing up services over there. They have them every night, but not many good people go out there anymore. It is the Ele'thias Pantheon. They're not very popular."
That's all right. Thank you very much for the information. And I go
You're
back
welcome.
to the group and I go find
Hey,
John.
and welcome to the guard. I hope you don't die.
I hope so. I hope I don't die either. Thank you very much. And I go find. How do you pronounce your character again, Victor? John.
Hmm?
Your
Jean.
John. I go find John and say, hey, you're a cleric of Cord, right?
Aye, that's what
Do you
I
wanna
am.
hop over to the church, to the Pantheon church really quick? I wanna talk to the priest there.
Oh, all right. I've been meaning to do that sometime.
Cool.
Good to see that you are willing to go see the faith.
I can like chuckle a little bit and say, well, I may not seem like it, but I do have faith of some sort. So yeah, I kind of like grab the little one kind of by the arm and go towards the
Little
church.
one, I am taller than you.
You're younger than me. And I go off
We're
towards the
all younger
church.
than you.
Yeah, you
Mm.
middle-aged woman.
You don't know how old I am. I look like I'm in my late 20s, mid 20s, late 20s, something like that.
You have semi-pointed ears, so that means your age is automatically multiplied by 5.
Yeah.
I am green. That effect doesn't apply.
All right.
So yeah, I go to the church with
So
John.
we're all traipsing along to the church.
I'm heading to the barracks.
Okay, so Hatred, you're going to the barracks. Thea, you're going to the church along with John and Pudding. You said you were going to the church as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Granus is just waiting to see what Pudding has to say for himself, because apparently he's trying to convince Kronos that they should help these people.
Okay. So I guess you're gonna follow him still in conversation.
Well, if Pudding just ignores him, he's just gonna leave.
Oh well. Okay. Yeah. So what are you ignoring him, Pudding?
Ignoring who? Sorry.
Just read the
Kronos.
chat log. I responded to your chat messages there.
Yeah.
Rinny, what are you doing?
Following Hatred.
Okay, you're gonna follow Hatred to the barracks.
I just look at you and I'll say, doing good to other people normally ends up that people do good for you, so it's a worthwhile thing.
I doubt these people would be capable of assisting me in what I require.
We'll see. Follow fear to the
And
church.
Tess is likewise going to the barracks. Okay. So Tess is you're going to the barracks.
Yep.
All right. So,
I shall give you a chance to convince me, halfling. Perhaps you shall prove me wrong. Perhaps not.
Your voice is
I'll
so
look at you,
annoying.
give you a big grin, and yeah, just turn around and walk off.
are you gonna? Where are you going, Kronos?
To the barracks, probably. Doesn't
So,
really.
I
doesn't
have
really-
decided. Yeah, sorry, carry on. I shouldn't
No,
have
go ahead.
interrupted. I have decided one thing. Every time Jean says, what's his god's name?
Cord.
Cord.
Good. I'm going to cast vegetation, not thaumaturgy, and make a roll of thunder.
Cord.
Cord. Boom. Cord. Boom.
In the name of Cord.
That's awesome.
That's great.
Okay. So the group that goes to the barracks, you walk in, and you once again you see the gnome scribbling stuff. Looks like he's much more tired than he was when you originally saw him. He's about ready to quit. He sees you coming. He goes, "Hey, you're probably looking for your quarters now, aren't you? Well, they'll be upstairs. And don't get him confused with the regulars' quarters. They'll slit your throats for it." Then he goes back to finish his writing. "I'm off. I warned you." And he walks out the door.
Okay.
You get in the house. You can see that there's a main dining hall that was probably grand at one point. That's been just trashed and converted into like a makeshift dining hall for soldiers. There are a few of the guardsmen in there. You don't notice any of what were called the regulars in there. Just some of the guardsmen. Some of the guardsmen wear better armor than some of the other guardsmen. You can tell that a few of them are just as new as you are, but they don't have the the experience you do. Their faces, you can tell they're young, kind of naive, look kind of like John.
Look,
in
lots
some
of Johns.
respects. and the rest of the ones with the heavy armor have this battle worn look to them, like they have seen some things, and they seem pretty content talking to one another. But that's what you see over there. The gnome pointed you to directions up to the right side of the stairs, and he told you that the left side is where the regulars are, and that you're not to go into that side if you value your life. And other than that, there are a few rooms on the bottom floor, but they have been trashed and ransacked. And you remember hearing that this was a political opponent of the town master at one point.
Yep. Cronus is just going to find him on the right side where the militia stays. Just trying to find a bunk or whatever they are providing for.
Yeah, there's some bunks upstairs. You know, it's surprisingly comfortable arrangements. And everything's set up. You have a small chest down by the foot of your bunk. You also have provided a good, fresh, clean set of sheets, and a few there's in your trunk. You find some journal writing material, things of that nature. You know, that would keep your time busy while you're in between tasks. What are the rest of you guys doing?
I'm going to look at the gnome's desk. Did he leave anything out?
No. Before he left, he took all the stuff that he was working on, and he walked into one of the rooms in the back and kind of came out empty-handed. So you think there's some sort of room somewhere where all the books and stuff are kept, but he did not leave it out on the desk. The desk is very bare. It's only used for utilitarian purposes, only when he's at it.
No drawers or anything?
No. It's just like a table almost.
All right. So did I see him go into like a back room or something?
Yeah, the right side of the house. The left side is where the dining side is. On the right side, There are other rooms back there. They look kind of trash, but you saw him walk down a hallway in the other direction.
I'd like to walk down the hallway. Or-
Okay. As you start to walk down the hallway, you look over to the side, and there is a room at the end of the hallway, but you also see two very large figures have a discussion. They have the kind of armor, a much nicer armor, and they are carrying. They're quite armed, and they're watching the door, a doorway toward the end of the hall.
The rest of the rooms are just kind of trashed.
Yeah. There's rooms along the side, but they've all been ransacked. Like somebody just stopped. What?
He knows. He knows.
Sap just mad because she thinks I'm spinning scissors.
I don't think I can hear it.
So yeah, you see those two guys at the end of the hall. They seem to be. They're not at attention. They're in discussion about something other, kind of a watch sort of thing. But they are definitely look like the regular, like Sir Jason that you saw earlier.
I think it's eavesdropping time. I'm gonna head down into one of the ransacked rooms and just pretend to look for something as I'm trying to listen to their conversation.
Okay. Give me a stealth check real quick. Okay. Um. Yeah, you're listening, and they're having conversation about normal things that men at the watch have conversations about. Doesn't seem to be like anything top secret or anything of that nature. But you do hear them mention how they don't like to guard the record room, and they don't like to guard the books and stuff because it's kind of boring and nobody really dares to come near it because they know what will happen if they do. So they feel like it's kind of pointless, but that's about the extent of their conversation. Yeah, they don't reveal anything like groundbreaking. It's just a normal chat between somebody guarding a room, a boring room.
Mm-hmm.
What are the rest of you guys doing in the barracks?
I would like to. Also, once Prentice finds a place to settle down, I'd like to take a closer look and see if I can figure anything out about the stamp. Cast another detect magic and just try to analyze the nature of the enchantment on it.
The
Arcana.
magic on the stamp doesn't appear to be one that would hurt you or necessarily do anything to you. From what you can gather, you're not quite sure how you can place it, but there's something that allows this stamp to be useful to the town guard. It doesn't seem to have any prohibited factor. Like it won't.
Am I able to tell the school of the enchantment? Divination, enchantment, necromancy.
Hold on.
They've implanted a GPS tracker.
Yeah, that's what I would be. It's
Divination.
Yeah, it's a tracker. Very good. That's how they keep people in line. If you try to desert, they'll probably send the regulars after you.
Yep.
Then you ambush the regulars and take their equipment.
Oh, nice. We do that.
Oh, please no. Well, I'm not
Fuck
there.
The regulars.
I already have an idea for how to deal with the problem, but we shall have to see that if we get that far.
Right. Okay, so you discern it's some sort of divination. And everybody else in the barracks?
I'll just be poking around the ransacked room as well, just
Okay.
so you understand what's in there.
Yeah, nobody seems to pay you any mind as you just kind of, because everything's gone, obviously. It just looks like the place was just violently overthrown at this point. There's some burn marks that make you think that maybe some torches were tossed in. All right, this is the church.
Yay!
You guys arrive at the church, and there are people that are just kind of filtering out into one of the normal services. As you enter, you see every church of the Ele'thian Pantheon has normally has a priest for each god, but you notice that this particular church doesn't seem to have that. Instead, there seems to only be one priest trying to take care of all of the gods there.
Joffrey.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
his name is Joffrey.
Joffrey.
And he's young. He's very young. He is human, and he seems to be kneeling in prayer, preparing for kind of a benediction for the people that just left. The room is still very silent. Still, candles in the back.
Is there like a particular niche or shrine or something for Corellon?
Yes. It is over on the right-hand side. There is a shrine to Corellum as well as the other gods of the Thelian.
Yeah, I'm gonna-
As soon as yeah, she goes to her god, I go to my god.
Okay.
Cord strength to you. No, yeah, I wanna wait until the priest has finished his
Okay.
prayer and just go over to Corellon's shrine and just like quick prayer and then wait for Joffrey to finish.
He takes a little bit. It's not too long of a prayer, but he takes a little bit more than you want it to. You're so bursting. You just want to find Haven.
Yes.
And finally he finishes prayer and he stands up and he looks and all of a sudden he sees people in and he's like, "Oh, welcome to the shrine of the Ele'thian Pantheon. I wish there were other priests here to greet you, but it's just me. I can help perform each ritual one at a time, but I'm just one person. So, if you don't mind, and he looks over to you. Yeah, I'll start with you. What rite would you like for me to perform concerning Corellian?
Actually, I've come here because someone has told me that you might be able to help me with another matter. I am looking for someone who has entered the town recently, and again giving him the description of Tivan and the weird middle-aged human guy. Someone has told me that I could possibly find answers at the church. Do you know anything?
He gives you a slow look. It's like, how do I know that you're with him? How do I know you're not after him?
Well, the thing is, I've been separated from my friend, the elven gentleman that I described, and he was seen following the human individual around town. So I just want to find my friend, and Fia just starts like tearing up a little bit, like genuinely desperate.
Okay. I guess I will have to trust you. But these are hard times. I'm sure you have figured that out by now.
True.
But I found your elven. He was nearly collapsed. Kept mothering about chasing someone from the ship. He kept saying that he caused the storm. He caused the storm. And it's what he was mothering when I found him. And with some of the people that I know found him. we come with me, and he takes you aside. I will be right back. Just we'll take care of the rights of court. I have one thing I have to take care of. He yells at Jean.
Jean is simply still kneeling in front of
Okay.
the shrine. He gives a thumbs up and he continues.
If he leads you back into the back area of the temple, and he goes, we did not know what to make of it. He was battering on about nothing, and he looked so frail, and we brought him in here, and he opens the door to the side room, and inside, on a fairly comfortable bed and being attended by one of the members of the church, is Tavon. He is muttering. For some reason, he's muttering something about. No, he's not. The priest said he was muttering something about. He looks like. He looks like he's been sedated for the moment. Kind of recovering from the shipwreck, and so he has not recognized you as of yet. But you can clearly tell that on the bed is lying the form of Tavon, the druid, and the priest looks at you and says, "These are very difficult times, my friend. There is no telling who is after him or what the purpose was, but he kept saying that he brought the storm. He brought the storm. Do you have any idea what he's talking about?"
Well, you said that he was chasing someone? Going after someone, muttering that?
Yes. One of my people watched him collapse, but he was looking for someone. He was chasing after them.
I kind of...
Yeah, go ahead.
Now I kind of like sit down next to the bed and like make sure Tivan's alright, and kind of like, I would probably talk to him, but you said he doesn't recognize me at all.
He's sedated right
Yeah,
now.
okay.
So he's sleeping peacefully.
Okay.
You can feel that he's breathing. He's like normal. He's just resting.
Okay. Yeah, it's just next to him.
He's like, I have been hearing rumors that.
Well, we've shipwrecked. We've been on a ship. We set sail from Kano, and we were due to arrive here in Fisherman's Wharf by ship one of these days. However, as we were coming closer, there was a storm coming up. It didn't look like much at first, but it became worse and worse. And one night, the ship sank, and a couple of survivors, including me, got washed ashore.
Yeah.
I assume that's the storm he was talking about.
Yes, but that would make sense. There was a nasty storm last night.
Yeah.
Blew in from out of the south. It's quite unusual for this time of year, to be honest. What the? And he's looking around. That was a loud bolt of thunder. I didn't think there was any storm around here at the moment.
Are there any windows in this room?
No, it's actually a basement.
Basement, okay.
Yeah.
So we're hearing thunder or something.
Yeah, you're hearing thunder from above for some reason. You're not. He's like, that's odd. But yes, he kept saying something about he started the storm. You don't think that he thinks
That could have.
Someone in particular started the storm?
I think that Tivan might have seen the human individual I described earlier, maybe causing the storm, chanting, I have no idea, possibly magic, and chased him. That's my guess. is the best I can tell. I mean, the people who have seen the human individual I was talking about described him as very fearsome. Some even said he had a demonic presence around him. He's definitely not good news.
Demonic. Oh, that is not good news.
Definitely not.
I don't know if
The
you've
town.
heard, but there are strange things happening.
Then
Yeah.
we'll be free.
There are strange things happening in the Republic. There's plague has broke out.
Yes, I've heard
everywhere.
about that.
Um, it hasn't reached us yet. It's stayed away mostly from the west and the south, but the areas north, as far south as Grateful Bog, there have been reports of plague. But it is strange plague. It's not a disease. A disease makes one sick or ill. This plague disables. It just makes you. It makes you. It makes the victims stare into nothing. They don't move. They don't talk. They just stare. It's unexplainable. I'm not sure what any of this means, but
Definitely not a
anyway.
natural cause.
No, it is not.
Hmm.
But here is your friend. Here is your friend, and you may stay with him. There are several rooms underneath here. And he looks at your equipment there and he goes, "But you are one of the guard."
That is correct.
No, please tell me that you did not find that you had to join the guard to be able to take care of yourself. I know times are difficult, but
We've been told that our only option would be the guards as of now, since we are not allowed to leave the city, and only guards people are allowed to buy or sell anything, and we have just shipwrecked. We had nothing. No equipment, no money, nothing.
that is tough. I do not say that I envy you. Please be careful. The guard in this city, they do what they believe is right, but I fear that, and this may be putting my own life at risk for saying this. I fear that the town master doesn't have the best interests of us at heart.
What's up with those gallons in the middle of town?
His face goes a little dark and white.
Yeah.
Those are mainly for deserters. The town master has had people brought back from the wilderness, and he has hung them as a example for the rest of the populace.
Fia keeps kind of rubbing her left hand where the stamp was put on. Okay, and goes, so technically if we were to attempt to leave the town, they would send people after us and catch us and
Somehow
hang
they
us.
I'm not sure how. It has something to do
Called
with
it.
the mark.
Called it.
It has something to do with the mark, but I don't know how they find you. I don't know how they get you, but they do.
Okay.
But anyway, the point in the matter is that you just need to be careful.
Okay.
Just be careful and do the best you can to do what is right. But and he looks kind of troubled. But to not live in fear.
Yes.
I have to go attend to some other matters, but stay as long as you like.
Yes, am I allowed to freely see my friend? Am I allowed to just...
Yes, of course.
Okay.
No problem. He should
Can I...
recover
Yeah,
in a
sorry.
few days. He should recover before the morning.
Okay. Thank you very much for taking care of him. Is his staff with him somewhere, by the way?
Yeah, you see that Tivan's staff is right next to his bed. Totally unharmed, just sitting there, resting next to him.
Yeah, I'm gonna take his staff and put it right next to him and like put his hand around it because I know he freaks out even when unconscious when his staff is not around. Kind of like pat him on the head and say, I will come back to see you, Otono, and go back upstairs.
Okay. All right. And with that done at the church, in the barracks, the night, unless there's anything else that somebody wants to do,
No,
real quickly.
I still haven't had anything to eat.
I'm gonna.
Well, we
Yeah.
we were given food by the merchant, so
Yes.
I'm
But
gonna.
he actually
Those
does
are
have
ration.
milk, and he actually gives you milk and bread. He says, "Of course, yeah, here you go," and there you have it. So you're off to, yeah. So
I'll be. Cronus is gonna be nice and provide pudding with just a handful of berries to go with it. Which human handful is probably like a
Aw.
for a halfling.
so so you guys eventually finish your business there, and you end up back at the barracks. And at the barracks, you kind of discuss the events of the day, kind of what's happened to you, and some of you are really intent about helping the town. Others of you are like, let's just take our chances. And run.
I
Let-
wonder who that is.
Yeah. I mean, like some of you are just kind of like, I really want to get out of here and head out wherever. So, with that, you decide that at least for one more day, you're gonna stick around and see what happens. I think that's the consensus.
I'm just gonna say that if nothing happens if nothing happens, or if no one in the party manages to convince Cronus the fact that it's worth his time, the moment they're assigned for to do anything outside the walls, he's gonna skip town.
Right. Okay. All right. So
Currently,
for
he
that,
sees no merit in helping these people.
understandably. And so with that, you guys will, yeah. I think I would have talked to him and told him she was going to the bear. Okay, yeah, that's fine. And so everybody, you eventually get back to the barracks. You settle down for the night, not knowing what tomorrow is going to bring, not really sure why you're in this weird town where it seems that law and order has been abandoned for fear, and that the people have given up reason just to feel safe and secure. Some of you are not sure why you even care. Some of you care a great deal. And so, with that, we'll end this session.